we talk about AI news, homesteading news, and then we open it up for live Q&A. So for those of you that are new here, I am Friar Tuck. I have been homeless for the previous 2 years. I recently got my first homestead, and I'm now a digital homesteader. I have transitioned from talking about the homeless education and awareness topic over into making money online and becoming a digital homesteader. And for those of you that see my red lips, it's not because I put lipstick on, I promise. What's up, Joanna? What's up, Beth? What's up, Matthew? Nice to see you guys. Always happy to see my regulars. But like button activated. Awesome. So don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It kind of pushes me out in the algorithm. That and comments. So, just keep it going, guys. Uh, uh Hold on. What I'm having for dinner tonight? Something real simple. It's gonna be rice and gravy. Haven't been eating much the last couple of days. I need to put something on my stomach so that it sticks with me. Sometimes when you get put into it and stuff like that. What's up, Colt? Nice to see you. So for those of you, because I've been talking about, I promised that I would put labels up. Thank you to Jeremy, for kind of helping me along the way because I've never used I've never used the template that he showed me, and like once I saw what he was doing, it's like, okay, maybe I need to kind of screw around because I thought it for a second there I thought it was going to be easy. I could just take it over into Canva and do it, but no, I actually had to do it through the website. I've got my own branding on it. There are four templates. There's one in yellow. There's one in green. There's one in blue. The blue and the green are branded colors. So it's emerald green and royal blue. And then from there, you also have a blank white one for those of you that are trying to save ink. So therefore, because Bucknut was telling me that one of the things that he does is he color codes his stuff, and that maybe if I offered a few different colors. So I decided to go with four colors, which is white, yellow, emerald green, and royal blue. And so right now, if you go to aihomesteader.com, you can purchase it. It's on sale for $2. Normally, it's going to be going for $5. So these, like I said, it's just custom branded. If you just want to support the channel, kind of help me through. This is part of my $500 AI challenge. So my website should be down in the description. It's aihomesteader.com. So with that being said, let me get the fire started, and then let's get into AI news because today is an exciting day, at least for me when it comes to the whole evolution of AI. One of the things that is happening is that so OpenAI was the standard bearer when it came to being for artificial intelligence. They were the first release. They're the grandfather, and all of a sudden, hey, what's up, Thug? I like your I like your avatar, man. That's what color green is that? Like you probably did some overlays. I probably got to do the same thing for mine, but I love that green, man. But anyways, let's see here. Cool beans. Okay, long month. March has been, yes, it has been, Beth, but it's been doing well. Okay, so OpenAI has just been the standard bearer, but then you had what was it? Was not DeepSeek. I keep forgetting the name because every week or every few days a new one comes out that we beat the benchmark by by 5% or something like that, and it's just one word after the other. You can't remember all the names. So what I will say is that we had like a sequence. We had OpenAI, then we had the Chinese company, then we had Grok, and now we have another Chinese company, and we have the Chinese that are competing with us on every single level. And so this is creating a war, an AI arms race, essentially. And even the military is starting to adopt it. They're starting to use it as part of their modern warfare to be able to operate with a leaner force. And so with OpenAI, now that they're the grandfather, now they're pivoting. And with their pivot, for you and me, the consumer, the average person. Thanks, official gamer. Yeah, that's cool. But anyways, I need to cook while I'm doing this so that I can, because every time I get caught off on the comments, I always forget where I'm at. So anyways, so what OpenAI is doing is they are building, they're going to build a user-based system. How is this going to change things? What kind of things are going to change? What kind of impact or what kind of disruption is this going to bring to the already disrupted disrupted market. Okay, uh, let's talk about what he's trying to do. Is he wants to get to 1 billion users. If he can get to 1 billion users, which should be pretty easy, considering he's the first in all of this. There's a lot of people that use it. You start setting up an account, it's going to start doing it's going to be able to keep a long-term memory. So that means every time you go in there and you type something into a chat bot, you're getting back an answer that's evolving with you and with the things that you're doing. And so right now it doesn't really have that long. You could probably remember 5 or 10 conversations, but if you're having hundreds of conversations with this every week, because you're trying to figure out something. Where do I get this? Where do I get that? Okay, so AI is or Open AI or Chat GPT is going to kind of morph itself um, towards a what do you call it, morph itself towards um, more of a search engine. That's what I'm thinking of, because its main competitor is going to be Google. Okay, and in 5 years, if this is successful, in 5 years, Google will not be relevant at all. Okay, so that's something to be said, is that Google may not be relevant. How is this not going to make Google relevant? I'll tell you about a personal experience that I had. Did you see where Elon sold X to combine with Open? Um, no, I had not seen that yet, Beth. That's good news. So, the business, not the boy. No, joke in poor taste. That's funny. But anyways, what's going to end up happening is if OpenAI is able to accomplish this. Well, let me my personal experience. So my personal experience is this. Um, when when I was looking to build my website, so aihomesteader.com. If you if you go to aihomesteader.com, I have it through a company called SiteGround. I'm using a WordPress template. I'm using specific plugins. Why am I using all of that? Because I asked Grok and ChatGPT, I need a website and a hosting company that will do this because GoDaddy is too expensive for me. What can you find that will work within my budget? And so we went through, and it said, okay, you can start down here and then work your way up. And because the problem with GoDaddy is, if I upgraded to the premium package, I would have to rebuild my site. And I don't want to have to rebuild my site if I have to upgrade or downgrade as time goes along to meet the needs of my website. And so I think it was Grok that sent me to SiteGround. And so therefore I set up, it cost me $35 for the year, and I got everything I needed. It's better than the $120 a year that I'm spending through GoDaddy, and I'm only getting a fraction of what I'm getting through SiteGround. Why? Because when I needed an answer and I needed a product, Grok was able to provide it to me without me having to, go on Google, search it, understand, try and figure out which one's going to work, and all these other things, because it's a lot more intelligent in the sense that it can kind of evolve with you, help you accomplish a task while selling you a product. And so, what does that mean for Google? What does that mean for Google Ads? And what does that mean for YouTube and YouTubers? Because this is what's going to be disrupted if this is successful by OpenAI. Because they're going towards more of an employee, or excuse me, a user-based system versus trying to keep competing, because they're not going to be able to keep up with competition. So instead, they're doing this pivot. And so how is it going to affect Google? Well, Google will no longer be a relevant search engine if you can go to Grok and ask it the same question and get a better answer with better results. So, for example, I'm looking for this particular item, and I need to use it for this, and I only have this much money to spend. What is it that I can do to be able to reach that? And then it's going to give you a thing, and it's going to spit out this big old long document. And you're going to sit back and you're going to read it, and you're going to go, okay, that's one thing. And it's going to suggest, well, you go buy this here, you go buy that here, you go buy that there. So which is going to be more relevant and which is going to be more user friendly than having the your chatbot also be your search engine, which also is doing ads. So right now, the way that the ads industry, and this is how Google AdSense is going to be affected, the way that the ads industry works right now, or has worked over time, is that with the baby boomers, all they had to do is put a commercial up. As soon as I put a commercial up, they immediately wanted it. They understood that you go to they understand that you go to mom and dad to be able to get you what you want. So they would advertise to the kids to tell them to go tell their parents that this is what I would want, and this is kind of how advertising started. Well, the next generation, which would be Gen X, which would be you and me or most of us, what we ended up doing is, because we were already desensitized to that, they had to start doing more entertaining ads. They had to start approaching us differently. But as soon as the introduction to the computer came around, all of a sudden it became much easier to sell us, because it was a new form of advertising that we hadn't built up some form of resistance. Um, have I lost everybody or what? Um, so let's see here. I don't see that I'm okay. So, but anyways, uh, with that being said, um, then you've got the millennials, and the millennials have been advertised so much too that that's why you see a lot of these crazy, funny commercials that you see now, and they're having to be so much more extreme. Look at the GoDaddy commercial, Walton Goggins goggles slash glasses. I mean, it's just something for you to understand. And but anyways, with advertising, it's become much different. It's had to evolve over time. Hold on a second. Hold on. Am I losing signal? Let me check my. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. So we are seeing people, because I'm seeing the chat. Normally there's a lot more people in here. I'm wondering why not today. Maybe this isn't a very popular topic, or whatever it may be. I don't know. Maybe it's just the day. What is today? Today's Friday. So yeah, this is the last day of the week. Okay. So anyways, with the evolution of advertising, now advertisers are going to have a whole different thing that they're going to have to deal with. What are they going to deal with? They're going to deal with you. They're going to deal with um, they're going to get it from Grok. Okay, so I went to SiteGround because of Grok. Uh, uh, what websites will end up being done and what advertising will be done moving forward is that you will have these companies that will optimize their website to be integrated with the chat bot, so that whenever you're looking for something, the chat bot has you in its inventory, in its database, so that it can pull it up and suggest your website or suggest your stuff. And they're going to figure out a way to make money on it. There's going to be like, you got to pay this much if you want to be put in front of this many clients, da 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 da. You're going to pay some sort of nominal fee to be able to get the business. It's just, that's the way it'll eventually evolve. But okay, sorry. But for the user itself, you're going to be using your chatbot for a search engine, and then therefore it's going to serve you up advertisements or suggestions for products that you buy. That is, oh, okay, yeah, compliment the logo. Okay, well, thank you. Um, you know, but anyways, with getting back into topic. Sorry, guys, I'm off topic. It's Friday. It's, as the Saturday Night Live guys I watch, it's the '90s. Yeah, but anyways, so that's going to change the way that everything kind of goes, as far as searching, as far as getting served up ads. You're going to be suggested all this content as it offers you solutions to your problem, and there's always going to be a company that's going to have a solution to your problem if you have a problem that requires some sort of financial contribution. So these two things right here are going to decimate Google as a search engine, and it's going to strongly affect YouTube. It's going to affect AdSense, and so on and so forth. So what is going to happen? What could happen with YouTube if you really sit back and think about the way in which this could be disruptive, is that instead of instead of me getting 3 cents or 1 penny for every person that watches my stuff, and I got to compound views and all that other stuff in order to be able to make a livable income if I'm just relying on AdSense, which no creator should ever rely on AdSense in any way. That's the red herring that they don't tell you about. But it will turn it into where, as a content creator, you're going to be paid for UGC, user generated content. So with this being said, I have a company that is sending me a collapsible bottle, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, I want one. I was completely in. I think you guys will be excited to see it as well. But they're saying, hey, we just want your experience, share it with your crowd. If you like it, we'll give you an affiliate link. Well, if I like it and if it's good and everything else like that, then I'm going to share it, and you guys are going to go through my affiliate link, and I'll make a few bucks on it. But at the end of the day, I'm suggesting content to you that not only fits with my persona of the channel, but everything else like that. And I think that this is what you will see, is that you'll have companies that want you to talk about it, that because you're not going to be getting AdSense anymore. It's going to be like how TikTok is, where the only real monetization you get is if you can go out there and get some sort of sponsorship or some sort of affiliation or anything else like that, because you're not making, they won't pay you for any ads or anything else like that goes on there. It's those guys on there are true digital hustlers. Okay. And it makes it kind of harder for us who are relying on the AdSense, and as we build our channel until we get to a point where we want the sponsorships and stuff like that. But for the average for the average person, this is what the types of changes that you could possibly see. Okay. That's what other creators have said about AdSense. Yes, the AdSense. So most of these gurus, and let's go ahead and go into the digital homesteading. We've talked about AI enough. I know that some people are interested in AI, some people are not. Some people have an aversion to it, and some people do not. Okay, but let's look at this in a logical way, because I was told today by somebody that even though I took a logical approach to it, what would anybody else would do as an approach, but because I'm doing it, it's wrong. So I got to listen to that today. Let's take a logical explanation or a logical look at what's going on around us. Okay, if you watch my video today, I shared with you the ability to or what it means to start a business. Okay, ways that you can start a business and save yourself from the possibility of eviction. Here's the thing: 20% of the workforce, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to be a luddite and put your head in the sand, or whether you want to be a realist and go, okay, yeah, I can see how AI is automating because it's doing the writing, it's doing the marketing, it's doing the advertising, it's doing a lot of stuff that people get paid a lot of money for. So you have people that are making a lot of money that are now being put out of a job because of artificial intelligence. We're not talking about the blue collar or the lowly grunt, as in like the person working at McDonald's, their job's being automated too. You have you Right before I left Dallas, the McDonald's that we had like 2 blocks down was a brand new build, and it was completely automated, only needed 2 employees. The robots and the machines made the burger. The only thing that the person had to do was put the burger together, and another person had to serve it out the window to make sure to complete the order. Past that, robots did everything else: cooked it, cleaned it, kept everything up to whatever it needed to be, made sure that the fries were up, made sure that it kept everything going, it was efficient, so on and so forth. And I'm sure that they're saving a lot of money, not just on overhead for employees, but the wasteful cost of constantly having to throw away your fries because they were in the cooker, or they were in the lamp for like more than 4 minutes and stuff like that. So but this is yeah, this is just kind of the way it's going, whether you want to admit it or not. It's just something you're going to have to come to the understanding of, whether it's in your face, blunt force, or whether it's not. So now that we've talked about the possibility of starting a business, the different ways you can do it, and I'm going to end up doing something. So if you're over on the Patreon membership, if you're in the Patreon membership, we have I'm going to be sending you one digital article a week. I forget what the exact wording is, but I'm going to write a post, and in there I'm going to be giving you some tips to kind of help you get yourself started. Because here's the thing: what I want you to do is to kind of start taking this and building out your own structure, so that one day, as time goes along, because it starts taking off for you, because you put some effort into it and started using it, and now you need it, now you can we can kind of both go up the ladder together. Okay, that is what the hope of this is. And so I'm going to be putting an AI prompt that will help you figure out what kind of businesses or what kind of ways you can make money using the digital economy, with your current skill set, life experiences, and your what do you call it? Your Achilles heel, your your flaws, your drawbacks, the things that are hindering you. Like for me, brain damage. Okay, that's kind of where I see. If I can just get you guys interested in it and get you to go down this road with me, I think you guys will have a much better experience, and you'll be much better pre-positioned. Those of you that want to be able to own a homestead, you will have the opportunity to own a homestead and be able to have a livable income. Because there's been multiple subscribers that have told me that one of the biggest problems that homesteaders have is the money part. That's why they fail. That's why they have to go back home. So if you want to avoid failure and be able to live this dream, then what that means for you is that you've got to build a digital income of some sort. You've got to build something that can go with you wherever you go. Because you may decide today I want to be in Arizona, but maybe a year or two from now things change and you decide you want to go to Colorado or Arkansas, or a different state. And you need to be able to have the versatility to be able to do it without losing your income, because that is the number one obstacle. So as a digital homesteader, you're going to try and get into the digital economy. Now, there's going to be a lot of people around that, well, not a lot of people. There's going to be some people around that really think, hey, what you're doing is awesome. I support you in it. But the average person, the average person does not think that way right now. The average person right now thinks like I used to think. And the way I used to think is that um, making money online was lazy. You didn't do any real work. I thought you should do real work, but I also owned a janitorial business, and I was a grunt. So as a grunt, I expected everybody else to grunt for me, because why should it be easier for you to make money than it is for me? And that's really what the come from is for a lot of people, is that they look at it, they don't understand it, so on and so forth. But here's the thing: you're going to figure out what skills you can bring to the marketplace that you can put into the digital economy as a homesteader. And as a homesteader, this will help you, be able to make sure that you have the money so that you can build that pond that you want to build, or so that you can, buy materials or do repairs or make sure that you have things. It's not about getting rich. It's about being able to make a livable income and to be able to have it go with you, one, wherever you go, and two, to be able to build something. And again, with the way that the world is changing, and with as much technology, as much as technology is changing, this is something that everybody should be having a conversation with themselves, and ask themselves, okay, let's say this stuff does take off. Okay, Sam, over here on the bed. Oh no, you better get your butt up over here. No, Samantha, right here, up here. Get up there. You're gonna have to wait. I have to wait for it to cool down. Okay, it'll take a minute. But anyways, this is as far as digital homesteading. In some ways, you're trailblazing at this point. When enough people do it and enough people have success, then everybody will do it and nobody will be upset with you. But you have to ask yourself a question: is, do I see the economy going this way, or do I expect it to be nothing but grunt labor, and I should be going back and working in the factory again? What is um Yeah, I know. Most people will criticize you because, for their reasons, and that's their problem, and they're going to have to live with the consequences of that. I can, you can sit there and say something to somebody, or you can offer them advice. You can offer them anything, and that goes if people offer me advice. I have the choice to take that advice or not. And if I choose to take the advice, then I still pay the consequences because I made that choice. And if I don't take that advice, then I'm choosing to pay those consequences. But so many people, the American way of life right now is to be a limited liability citizen, which means you get all the benefits and none of the negatives, none of the consequences for your actions. And that's why people don't understand, like, oh, well, you didn't make $1 million in your first 3 weeks, so you suck. It's like, no, no. There are unicorns out there that they can do that. There are people out there that have the ability to do something like that from the start. So everybody's at a different talent level. But in the future, everybody will have to make their money online, whether they're a homesteader or an urban dweller. But which would you rather have? Would you rather make your money online offering, okay, for example, the things that AI popped out for me uh, was business consulting. Why? And it specifically targets startups. And if I really want to get down to it, janitorial or cleaning business startups, and that would be my niche. So therefore, I can help all these guys if they want to start a new business in janitorial or cleaning. I have the expertise because I was in the industry. I have the skill. They don't. They've never experienced it, and so they need help navigating it. They need a coach. They need somebody that wants to help them if they have the ability to do it. If that's something they feel that they want, because they think that that will bring them success. Okay, but for each individual person, they're going to have to choose their own way. So, am I doing something for nothing? Or excuse me, am I getting something for nothing? No, I'm not, because it took me 6 years of mistakes and good things and bad things that I did, to give me the knowledge of what's good and what's not, what's right and what's not, what failures did I have and why, and what successes did I have and why. So now I can take that knowledge and make somebody else's experience easier. Now, did I do nothing for it? No, I spent 6 years doing that. Um, I made all kinds of sacrifices for my business, and I withstood a lot. I'm very proud of myself of how much I withstood up until a certain point. I mean, as a business, I mean, that was pretty damn good. But you know, I spent 6 years, and so yeah, I can post something on Fiverr, or I can post it on Upwork, and I can sit there and optimize it and make it look good, and have people reach out to me, and I can reach out to people, and I can build my reputation. But the thing is once I put it up there, I don't have to go out there. It's not like I have to keep going to the job every day because I need the hourly wage. No, I put it up there. Those that want it when they need it comes in. It's not the only avenue. Hey, I was on trail for 2 years. Okay, I hiked trails. I was homeless. In order to get those pictures, in order to get the knowledge and the experience that I had to go through malnutrition, starvation, extreme weather, extreme environments. I had to deal with a hostile public in order to do that. So if I'm selling my pictures, there's a story behind those pictures. If you're a follower, if you're somebody that's been with me for a while, there's a story behind it. And if you've been with me, you know those stories. And so that's just your own memorialization, your own way of saying, look, I want a piece of that because that was part of my journey too, because I followed along. Now, am I doing nothing and getting a whole bunch in return? No. I had to experience all those things in order to be able to have those stories to tell about those pictures, which therefore give them sentimental value to those that are like my super fans and people that follow me. Because I built an audience, and I built an audience around I am homeless, working my way off the streets. Now that I've gotten off the streets, I now am working towards building a greater online business so that I can build my homestead out the way that I want. Okay, what's up, Bucknut? Nice to see you, buddy. Mm, all right, I think it's cool enough. All right, we're gonna put it on the dog, and I'm gonna start answering questions. Okay, guys. So, let's put it there. Oops, I gotta raise this a little bit. Usually, I'm standing up when this happens. Yeah, Sam likes my dirty clothes for some odd reason. I'm surprised I haven't woken up to any holes in my socks. So this is rice and gravy. And for a dog, this is going to be good. This is going to help our muscles, give her body oxygen, all that good stuff. Mm. So, damn, I missed a lot. Okay. So like button. Okay. Okay. Cool beans. Did you see where Elon? No, I did not see that. Talked about that. Okay. What's up? Okay, it's all good. Okay, perfect. Not sure, Tuck. Folks popped in to compliment your logo. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad people like my logo. It's AI generated. About AdSense. Yeah, that's true. And you thought it was a good video? So I've been watching Alex Hormozy. I mean, the guy's very, very wealthy. Okay. So I mean he's got knowledge that to kind of help me get to where he is. I mean, I don't want to be wealthy, but I want to be able to put out the quality content and get some of the following that he has. Okay, because I want to, you know, uh, yeah, for my own reasons. But anyways, uh, he is talking about like there's edutainment, which is you're entertaining and educating, which most people are there for like the entertainment value, and you have some people out there that are like me that just we love education, and so we gravitate towards more educational content, and so it's more focused on hook, promise, solution, experience, or hook, promise, experience, solution, something along those lines. I got to go back and check it out, but that was kind of the method that I was using there, and I was trying to see if that would work, and that was complete freestyle. That had no AI intervention. So, uh, thank you, Patreon rocks. Yes, yeah. For any of you guys that want to come over to Patreon, Patreon is awesome. I have changed all of my memberships, so if you saw an older membership, like where I really wasn't offering anything because I didn't know what to offer, I finally now know what to offer. You should check out the memberships. See if it's something that you want to get into because I've already started doing. I've already started transitioning content over there for everybody so that I make sure to fulfill my obligations there. But anyways, let's see here. Pioneers and trailblazers didn't give a crap about others' opinions. No, they did not. And part of the reason why they didn't, well, no, everybody was just looking for an opportunity. Back then, if you had to live and die on your own choices. When society is forced to support you, you lose your autonomy. That's the bad thing about getting all of these. Samantha, no, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. That's the bad part about the limited liability system is that now that society, hold on, let me help you. There you go, right here. Yeah, she likes that rice, man. Mm. Mm. She's gonna get some more. Man, she really likes that rice. Mm. I promise you, the dog's not starved. Okay, yeah. you got rice. Come here. You got rice all over your nose, dog. Sit. You're not eating mine too. Okay. If you have a skill, you will know which expectations are doable. Bravery to push further too. Well, if you're going to be a digital homesteader, you should not. Well, if you're going to do anything in life, you should be able to stand on your own. Other people may say great because you're going to have people that are going to tell you you're doing great, and then you're going to have people that are telling you that you're a loser. And then your thing is are you strong enough, and do you believe in what you're doing enough to be able to not listen to what it is that they're saying because you've done your due diligence, or you because those that quickly cave are generally people that are just trying to regurgitate something, don't know what they're doing, and they're just hoping that people will think that they're cool. It's more like for their own image. Um, mm, 6 years required patience. Too many folks don't seem to grasp the concept of all in due time. Um, yeah, well, the thing is, we are built on instant gratification. That's how advertising works. You will not be happy unless you buy this. You are not complete unless you have this. Your life is not great, and you're not happy, and you are miserable unless you buy this. That's what our advertising is. Um, yes, they are. So, okay, Sam likes it. Yeah, she sure does. Digital homesteading, stand on your own. Samantha should get scraps. Well, I mean, as a dog that lives on a homestead, you'd kind of expect that, right? Okay, so now we are moving into the last section of the live stream, which is when we get to sit back. If you got them, smoke them. Um, and here's another thing. I was criticized today for my weed smoking, but what's kind of funny is I'm criticized for it, but I don't. And if I make money and I go spend on it, even though it's legal, it's wrong. Even though I'm not asking for donations, I am doing user stuff. So if you wanna, if you like my content, you're gonna come over to Patreon and you're gonna get one of the memberships. Okay, how am I begging? Okay, it's not like I'm standing on a street corner panhandling to be able to support my drug habit or to support a habit or anything else like that. I can afford it on my own, and if I can't afford it, then I can't afford it. But as being in the tech world when I was, that's the thing, is either you're a wino or you're a stoner, and very rare will you ever find somebody that's going to drink beer or whiskey or anything else like that. And if they do, it's generally just like socially or for an for flavor and stuff like that. Because I knew a Turkish guy, man. He loved it. He loved his whiskeys. Turkish are some pretty smart people, man. Great people, great hospitality. I've never met a Turkish person that I didn't just absolutely adore. So even the guy, the groundskeeper back in Gainesville, man, he was the only person I would go back to see when Puckett wasn't there, because it was like, yeah, he was the coolest guy, coolest guy. Fear mongering and ads is crappy. Well, the thing is if you listen to a lot of this stuff, it's so in sales they teach you money, effort, time. Okay, so are you going to either get more money or make it look like you have more money even though you don't have more money? So buy a Coke, it makes you look rich. Is it because Coke is a status symbol? Do you buy brand cola, or do you buy Coca-Cola, or do you buy Pepsi Cola? Okay, and then therefore you have the brand wars there. What about iPhones and Androids? Okay, if you there was a point in time where they were doing news articles because people were worried that if you're an iPhone user, you won't talk to somebody unless they're an iPhone user, because they're not wealthy enough to be around. Because the thing is, the iPhone became the status symbol. And so if you owned an Android, you were considered poor, and if you owned an iPhone, you were considered rich. And it still plays out even today, because if you come over to look at my memberships over on Patreon, if you're using an iPhone, okay, the $5 membership goes up to $7.50. The $10 membership goes up to $15. The $20 membership goes up to $30. You realize that they're charging a 50% fee somewhere, somehow. And the thing is if you used an Android, you'd be paying 5, 10, or 20. That's what's messed up about that. Yeah, Gaga Maggot. But this is in society, we like to separate ourselves into tribes. Tribalism is something that has been part of our survival for thousands of years, if not millions of years, because it used to be the way you dressed. Did you have headdress? Did you wear certain colors? Did you have certain piercings? It was all to separate you apart from the other tribes, because all for one and one for all um, what was the thing. So we have always been tribalistic, and we figure out new ways to become tribalistic. Whether it be, are you an iPhone or are you an Android? Are you a Pepsi drinker? Are you a Coke drinker? Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Okay, um, are you this person or are you that person? Because the thing is that's what separates the tribes, and quite frankly, that's what marketers and advertisers play on. Is that yeah? If you're part of if you're a conservative, you are most likely going to go for Coca-Cola for two reasons. One, I think that they're the main ones that do the NASCAR races, but also it has red, and so therefore and also the Koch brothers are very conservative. Okay, so their brand is conservative, they're conservative, and they even use conservative colors. So therefore, it naturally attracts the conservative tribe, and so therefore, it becomes an indicator. Do you drink Coke or do you drink Pepsi? Okay, or do you drink grape, which means you're an independent. I don't know. Mm. But it is what it is. But I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see where everything goes. But I don't know. So strengths in numbers, yes. Well, yeah, not only strength in numbers, but it's your community. That's why we're separated by race, because it's culture. Culture separates community. In the black culture, if you fart in public, you're liable to get lynched. In the white community, nobody really cares. In the Mexican community, they might light it on fire. Who knows? So Samantha, go lay down. Hey, go lay down. Go lay down. So stuck up. Samantha, go lay down. I understand. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I know. You're saying thank you. You're welcome. There's no more. You ate it all. Okay. You ate it all. Yeah. So quit begging because you ain't getting any more. Yeah. Quit begging. You ain't getting any more. Okay. Now watch it. She's gonna try and watch this. She's gonna try and crawl on my lap. If you give it about 5 minutes, and she'll be up here in my lap. Watch. She did this to me the other day. So I was thinking about porch community again. Oh, that was a great short story that I read when I was my first, no, my second year English in college or technical school. It was about the front porch and like how it used to be an integral part of the community, because you got to know your neighbors. That's kind of how you got to know each other. You knew who was not supposed to be there and all that other stuff. Huh. Oh, okay. That's dumb, Tuck. Everyone knows Android users are less intelligent. Ah, oh, I missed that one. Oh, together we stand, divided we fail. Well, they don't care. It's okay. Yeah, it's legal. Yeah. So, I don't know. Honestly, yeah. Even when it comes to older people, the older people that have iPhones are generally more tech savvy than Android users. Usually, people, if I see them with an Android, they're like, "Man, I hate this thing. I don't even know what to do." Da, 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 da. You know, I hated it. I hated iPhone when I first got it, though. But I was a Windows guy. Mm. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does go fast. I mean, we're doing what we're doing. Okay, so if you are a member over on Patreon, okay, so it says that for the $10 membership that I do, because I had AI kind of help me with this, okay, and I'm like, okay, I can abide by that. I just got to follow the schedule. That's something that's doable and allows me to do what I need to do. So that's why you'll hear me talk about it in this tense, but uh, but the thing is, um I'm going to be doing a once a month live stream. It's going to be the last Saturday of every month. So instead of doing a live stream over here like I do, if what's up, Cherokee, nice to see you, buddy. Instead of doing a live stream like I do over here, I am doing a live stream for the $10 and $20 members. So for the digital homesteaders and the sovereign operators. What's up, Invisible Man? Nice to see you, buddy. Mm. Um, Yeah. The flip phone. Oh my God. Well, yeah. I've met a few people in my travels that still do a flip phone. They're like, I don't need a phone. I just need to make phone calls. I don't want anything fancy. I don't use technology. And their life in a lot of ways by doing that, they've got to be. I mean, I would be sour if I never used technology, because I know that, because you hear people talk about how awesome some of this stuff is, and people just like, and to just be like, screw that, you're whatever. I will never get that. But every community, every there's parts of society that refuse to evolve. There were people that were still fighting for horse and buggy whip factories, even though there were no more horses and buggies, because the car had taken over. There's always going to be people that want to keep it the way it was because they benefited the most. It was easy, and they didn't have to think about it. Now you force somebody to learn something new, to do something new, to step outside their comfort zone. Nobody wants to do that. As part of our survival mechanism, it's kind of what does it. Some of us do it more than others, but you can't fault people for it. What you can do is try and reason with them, and then you get to a point where, okay, I just cannot reason with stupid, and they'll think the same thing of you. I can't reason with stupid. I would not be surprised if I'm getting bad mouth about the fact that I want to make money online, for the things that I do. And it's like, wait a minute here, you know, um, value. Yeah. Anyways, but it is. I'm a big fan of whores and buggies. Yeah, whores and buggies are cool. As long as you can get the whore in the buggy. If she starts pulling the buggy, then you should be worried. Mm. Oh, you're moving to Montana, huh? I don't know. You might be able to find a couple, a couple of whores and buggies out here in Arizona. Um, but anyways, so if you guys have any questions about kind of like things that are going on, we've got heavy winds coming in. If you guys want, I can take you out there, but I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be windy. Worse if she starts pushing the buggy. Oh yeah. Oh dear God. Thanks for chiming in, War Donkey. We needed that. All right. So all right. So do you, if like I'm telling you, we got like 40-mile-an-hour winds. You guys want to see it? I can show you what I did around the property today. Type 1 if you want to see it. You don't care about the wind. Type 2 if you're just like, yeah, tuck, you might fly away. So be afraid, be very afraid. Yes, no, okay, sturdy whore. Okay, 111. Okay. Mm. So let me put this on the mic. It's going to take me a minute to get out there. Wow, we got everybody. Okay, make sure that you hit that like button. And by the way, if you are looking in the community tab, because I'm having trouble with the merchandise. Okay, because like I still haven't received my what's it called, my mug from Teespring, and I ordered it 6 weeks ago. So the thing is like if I want to give somebody a prize, it'll probably. I'm worried about whether or not it will show up. So I kind of had to figure out a different thing to offer. And honestly, I think it's a lot better. So for those of you that enter in the competition, okay, or the user sponsor raffle, however you want to call it. Come on, Sam. For those of you that get in that want tickets in that or have tickets in it, so the first prize is you get a call with me, and you get one of my digital bundles, whether it be a picture or the postcards. Okay. So by the way, oh crap, I gotta turn this around. I thought I had it the other way. Okay. So let me show you. So as you see, I'm starting to fill in some of the holes with the gravel, but as you see, there's less and less. That rock I haven't moved over yet. But anyways, and for the $10 membership, you're gonna get, or excuse me, for the second prize, you're gonna get something that I have not released to the public. So it'll either be my Washington D.C. pictures or my Appalachian Trail pictures. Okay, and then we're still doing the $10 membership over on Patreon. But oh wait, no, it's not an hour call on the 20. You get a free $20 membership. Or you get and you get a digital download. Sorry. So the phone call was taken out. So as you guys can see here, I dug these out. This was a big old pile and stuff like that. This, as you see, I started pulling all these out today, um, because I need to be able to get in here, and I started pulling some of those out today too. But I haven't pulled them off to the side yet. But as you see, I'm pulling some of these big rocks out. A lot of them are surface level. This one here, you can see that one was pretty deep. Um, that was the worst one. But what I'm trying to do is keep the ones that will destroy axles and tires. I'm trying to get out of the way, because the person's either going to come in here and go this way, as you see, look at those clouds, or I want them to come in through the driveway and come up this way, to be able to push the trailer back. So I told them I would be done with this. My goal was to get it done by the end of next week, is what I'm hoping for. And so we should be, because I want to get this trailer moved so that I can start doing some other thing. But as you see, I started digging up some more. I dug this up. That's still the big one. That's the big one I dug up yesterday. I still haven't moved it over. Here's some more that I've dug up. So as you see, I'm digging up some serious rocks. This one's deep, but as you see, it'll be good for traction, especially if it's raining and stuff, because I don't want my driveway to wash out. It's already got a big enough dip down here. Okay, so as you see, the guy still hasn't come to pick up the stuff. It's still there. It's still there. The wind might start blowing some of it away. I'm not responsible for it. So, but yeah, he still never come got his stuff. But as you see, I've pretty much got up to here done. I just got to fill in the holes. And then all I got to do is just kind of, like, most of this is just, whatever, like the sharp rocks, the pointy rocks. Those are the ones that I want to start pulling out. And this one will be easy to pull out, and so will that one. Because what happens is I don't know if it's the pressure or whatever, but they crack or they fracture, and then they start splitting. And so this is, this whole rock formation that I pulled out over here was one rock that split into probably about 8 pieces. Okay, so it was much easier to be able to pull it up that way, because once you pulled one up, the rest of it came up. It was pretty easy. So, and as you see, I pulled up some more over here because, I want to make sure that, because he was worried about his tires. Sam, come on. Come on. So, but as you see, like, most of this trail, so only like maybe the last third of this trail, I have to worry about rocks. Everything else has been picked up, because this trail, basically is kind of like tells me my progress. As you see, I started pulling some up. I'm not going to pull this one up down here, but this one up down here. But this is kind of what I've been working on. Samantha Marie, you better get out of there. Oi, 1, 2, you better get out of there. Damn it, dog. Yeah, I used a hole. She's trying to dig up the hole because I dumped the bucket the other day. You better get back to there now. You're in trouble. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. You're going to be tied up outside. See, this is why I can't dig a hole without her coming back and digging it up and taking the contents out. She's not allowed to be unsupervised at any point in time. It's kind of frustrating because she wants to go outside and I want to work. So what we've done is a compromise. She gets to stay out here. She's tied to the trailer. She's got 50 feet. So okay. Okay, so now I'm back in. I can actually see your comments because it's really glary out there. Okay. Okay, save, earn, save. Okay. Let's go back to the. Okay, so there we go. What's up, Chris? Nice to see you, buddy. Okay. More rock and not as you step out. Yeah, it is rocky out there. Time to build a rock garden. Yeah, I know that. Well, after I get the trailer moved, that's my next project that I'm gonna work on. Um, I'm gonna I don't know. I'm probably just gonna I don't know. We'll see how I package it. It might come over here because as part of the digital homesteading, I want to show the homesteading part instead of just the online part because you know maybe I can show some of my stuff and I don't know. And definitely use those stones to make a good base or wall. Yes, I know. Um, there's these stones, man. There's something else. No, I mean I'm taking a shovel, and a lot of these are coming up pretty easy. And the ones that are dug in deep, I've gotten so used to digging up the deep ones that I know how to get them out pretty quick. I mean, I can. The longest it's taken me to get a deep one out is about 30 minutes, and they used to take me a couple of days. Um, yeah. Well, that's something that I'm probably gonna have to do for the rock garden for sure, because or there's gonna have to be some depth to it because yeah, you're right, Bucknut. That has to be done. A skid steer would be great if he could come up with the cash for sure. What's a skid steer? Um, they have an attachment that will separate the rocks out. Huh. I don't know. Maybe we could find some gold while we're here. Even a nice outdoor for. Well, I've already got a fire pit out there. It's always so windy. I don't know. Could you guys hear the wind? It's enough to do them both. Yeah, dog-like behavior. Yeah. It's very dark outside here. Yeah. Well, you're also. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm gonna be doing. I will post it in the community tab. Okay, so keep an eye on it if you want to watch me tonight. But at 10 Eastern, I'm going to be doing a live stream with another YouTuber. He wanted to interview me. He's out of New York. He works on legislation that will affect the homeless. So he wanted to interview me. He says he's a big fan. I don't know, but he wanted to interview me, and so I'm going to get to meet him tonight. I don't even know his name. Honestly, when in the homeless community, it's not about a name. It's like, hey, I got this deal. You want to come? Yeah, sure. And you start walking down the street. It's by the way, I'm Friar Tuck. By the way, I'm this. And then you just move on along. I mean, there's no need for names and introductions. You're doing business together. So that's why it was so easy to do it with. It was like, okay, yeah, this guy understood. Yeah, let's get it going. Storms coming in here. Oh yeah, I hear you guys got some bad weather coming. Garden State. Yep. Bobcat. Okay, a bobcat. Okay, yeah, getting heavy rain here this weekend in North Georgia. Ooh. Well, War Donkey, I'm glad it's you and not me. I gotta, yeah. Yes, attract a larger crowd by showing hands in dirt, reassuring people concerned they're going to be evicted, just my opinion. Um, Showing hands in dirt, reassuring to people concerned they're going to be evicted, just my opinion. Um, yeah, can you elaborate on that more, Beth? Um, okay, let's see. Mention gold and all kinds will show up. No shit, right? Do you know the channel? Hold on. Um, they have an attachment will separate rocks. Uh, okay. Um, I'm lost here. Okay, I'm lost. I'll catch you up in a minute. I'm sure somebody will explain it to me because that's the because I'm just scrolling back and forth through chat the channel that's interviewing you. Oh, do I know the channel? He sent me some links to his stuff. I never really watched it, or actually, I've seen it though. He's got about 1,100 subscribers. He's not a big channel, and he's trying to do something good, and I see that. And he's we've already kind of talked about it because I'm like, dude, legislation isn't going to fix the problem. This requires a community based approach, and so we're going to be talking a little bit about that tonight as well. Okay, so what's the channel you were going? I don't know. I'm going to be putting it in the community tab. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. He said, you want to do an interview? I'm like, sure. He's like, you want to do it at this time? I'm like, well, I only have this time because this is where I'm at. He's like, okay, cool. I'll see you tonight. I'm like, cool. I'll see you tonight. That's kind of the way it works. That's because it's in I guess I'm starting to kind of get evolved into the digital world, because in the digital world, you do so much stuff sight unseen. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Cool. You show up at your schedule, it happens, and you're just sitting there going, well, yeah, I did it all online. You know what I mean? Um, Sorry, too many. Awesome. No, wait, dude is there to interview you. No, we're going to be doing we're going to do go live. He's got what you call it. He's got StreamYard. So he's going to be using StreamYard. Yes. Scary. Too many separate combos. Yeah. Well, that's part of chat. That's why you guys have to put everything in all caps, because if you put everything in all caps, then it makes it so much easier. But yeah, I think I'm gonna show some of my videos as I start doing more projects. But a lot of these projects, a lot of the things that I want to do, or the pressing matters that I need to get done right now, require funds. I need $500 so that I can fix the roof on this trailer before monsoon season hits. And so, I'm working on that. That's why I say, hey, come on over, check out the labels, come on over, check out my pictures, check out my digital products, come on over with because that's how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it by, hey, can you put something in my tip jar? Hey, can you, because people come, people go, people do it once. It's not stable. It's not recurring. It's not something that will support you. Now, when you're homeless, everything counts and you need it right now. Well, I'm static. My rent comes due once a month. Okay. So it's not like I have to worry about it. I don't have to move because I'm on private property. Okay. So therefore my rent comes due. I'm on private property. Now I don't have to stress about, oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. And I don't need it right away. So, yes, George Gammon, date of a government default was, oh, wow. So um, George Gammon just put out an article that the government is about to default. I don't know about that. We're going to keep going in debt. We're not going to default. Even if we do, we'll hide it and we'll just print our way out of the default, because all it is fiction anyways. It's an unconditional promise to pay at a future date that nobody knows, until one day they say, here it is. And then all of a sudden they got to take all of this assets, and the Federal Reserve owns all of America. Bushcraft rebooted, Phobos Friday Live. Oh, okay. So he must have restarted his live stream. How much are your HOA fees? I don't have any HOA fees. Um, I have no. A HOA would get ran out of here quick. You're dealing with people that are you're dealing with people that no. These aren't rednecks. These aren't hillbillies. These are rugged mountain men. It's much different. I mean, a lot in common, but rugged mountain men. I mean, yeah, these guys out here would not tolerate a hoe. You probably see him in the town square on a noose. So that would be funny though. I wouldn't pay for the final part, but I would pay just to see how pissy everybody got the second they tried to 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 put a hoa up in this area. That would be funny. Yeah, right. Yeah, they can. Yeah, well, we got so many other people just randomly coming out and dumping trash on other people's property. That's a bigger concern than you didn't separate your trash. Well, a HOA was the homeowners association. Mm. Yeah, no. Homeowners association is original communism. If you want to know what original communism was, that's it right there. So, but it is what it is. All right. So you guys have been absolutely awesome tonight. By the way, Bugnut, thank you for doing that post. Come on over to aihomesteader.com. You should check out my shop. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I want to ask, okay, those Karens would try to tell you where, when, and how to stack your rocks. You know what? Yeah, Karen wouldn't survive out here. If you want to be a Karen, I mean, as a female, you could probably get away with it, but they'd be beating the crap out of your man, telling him to put you in line. So you wouldn't be a Karen for very long, or if you did, you'd be gone. Tuck, you sit in your front yard. That's a $50 fine. Yeah. So that's funny. That's really funny. Okay. I feel the time is short. Better to be off grid. Yeah, Tommy, you better be off grid at this point in time. Um, being off grid is this is why the digital this is the benefit that the digital economy offers. By the end of this year, Starlink is has got I won't even have to get any software for my phone or anything for my phone. Verizon's already starting to do it, but if you want an excuse to move to T-Mobile, especially if you're a tech geek, T-Mobile is one of the contributing they're paying a lot of money to be a part of this whole program that Elon Musk is doing. They're an investor, so they get first rights, and it's integrated in their system. So what this is going to mean is that T-Mobile is not only going to take over the market, but they're going to be able to do it cheaper than everyone else because they were part of the original people doing it. Verizon isn't going to put their own satellites up there like that. Verizon's going to pay for access to these satellites, which is exactly what's happening right now. So cell phones are going to be very, very different in the next 2 years. So too many places to bury a body. Yeah. And they're pretty close too. I hate noisy people. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't have to really deal. You hear your neighbor screaming, but that's because there's nothing else going on around here. Um, but anyways, mm, uh, but all right, guys, have you guys checked out my memberships over on Patreon? I'm learning how to plug my stuff and not be too much of a too pushy about it. But anyways, T-Mobile deals. Yeah, you know what? I was looking at T-Mobile, but T-Mobile's a lot like AT&T, man. You start off with a $60 bill. You get your first bill or your next three bills are $200 a piece, and they're telling you, oh yeah, you're getting the cheapest bill. It's only $60 a month. So what am I paying 140 for? 140 extra for? Oh, no, we'll lower your bill. No, 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 no. There's something wrong there. Uh, yeah. Slow down in smoking cigarettes. Why? This is still the same cigarette I started with, Joanna. Usually you plus something else. It's a nice change. Good job. Um, I'm joking. Okay. Mint Mobile works on T-Mobile network is cheaper. And I guess is that Ryan Reynolds? He owns that, or is he just like the spokesman for them? Because I saw some videos talking about how I saw some titles. I didn't watch the videos about how Ryan Reynolds built Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile. Verizon has always ruled with the best towers in rural areas around my neck of the woods. Yeah, well, I mean, my problem is that Cricket is out here, and Cricket is month to month, poor man. So you don't have to, lock yourself into a contract. You buy your phone outright, stuff like that. You got Cricket out here. So as somebody who's roaming, I don't get direct access to Verizon stuff. Actually, when I called and complained to them, have you guys noticed that my signal's gotten much more stable? What they had to do, well, what they ended up having to do is to program me to connect to one of their things. I'm wondering if I'm connected to a satellite and I don't even know it. I hear Ryan Reynolds knows who Deadpool is. I hear so too. I haven't heard of Cricket in a while. Yeah. Um. Yeah. What was it? Not. Oh. What was it? Not T-Mobile. What was the one that was oh, Getro PCS. That's what it was. Metro PCS. Those guys, yeah, they started in San Francisco as part of a college project. They are also a part of the reason why your bill and roaming fees have gone down because they were able to do it cheaper. And so for the bigger companies to compete with them, they had to drop their prices or offer better service. Mm. Uh, we got a cricket in the house last year. It sucked. Yeah, well, yeah, because that thing was probably loud as hell. I don't know. I like the sound of crickets at night. It's kind of sucks because here you don't hear anything other than the howling wind. You'll hear the coyotes. You'll hear it is so quiet. It's like it's eerily quiet here. Like you can hear like my neighbor. I don't know, probably about a quarter mile from me or so if as the crow flies, And that guy, I can hear him. I can hear him whenever he calls for his dog. You know. Mm. But all right, guys. Let's see here for sure. Do not step on a cricket? Sounds so nice. I like that. That's one thing. Yeah, like I said, that's one thing I missed about being on trail is the going to sleep at night to the crickets because it was so loud that you couldn't hear yourself think. So you were forced to go to sleep. Like your brain was forced either that or you had to really like fight through the noise because it was so loud it would cut through your. Yeah, it's really loud out there. But I guess when you're out there and you don't hear anything all day and it's like peace and quiet, any noise all of a sudden gets magnified. So, and they may not have been that loud, but to me, it was like it was deafening at night sometimes. Those things. Another thing I miss is the fireflies. I got some pictures of those fireflies along the way. I think I got some when I was either in Maryland or on the AT this last year. So, do not step on a cricket. Perfect. All right. So, yeah, know what you mean. Super quiet. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of super quiet. Super quiet's not good. Mm. Okay, so I gotta get. So is my filler word, by the way. If you haven't figured it out, uh, instead of going I just say so many times. I hate it. I try and stop myself. I've had to learn to pause myself when I get to a point where I start stumbling all over myself. Sometimes my brain's got to catch up to my mouth. The the loons are scary sound. Fireflies are so cool. I don't know about. I'm not sure if I've heard loons. Hear your own ears drink. Yeah, it was weird being here in Arizona the first little while because it was so quiet that my ears were ringing for probably several days. I had to put on white noise just to be able to get it to stop. Um, yeah, trail was very peaceful. I miss sleeping in a hammock next to a river. That's probably the only thing that I miss. If I were ever to get another piece of property outside of this, that would be the prerequisites is that I have pine trees and a river because I want to go down by the river during the summer and late spring and enjoy myself some outside sleeping. I would enjoy the hell out of that. Um, maybe even some good soil. White noise sounds racist, Tuck. Oh no, not you. Maybe play radio. I've actually been falling asleep lately to podcasts. Because like I'll get about halfway through a podcast and I'll just start dozing off. It's like, oh, okay, I'm ready. As soon as I turn the podcast off, or as soon as I turn the lights off, all of a sudden my brain maybe you guys know what this is. Okay, so during the day I'm pretty tired and it's just the way it is, but at night as soon as I turn that blue strip on, all of a sudden I get all my energy like it's the middle of the day, like I haven't been tired, like I didn't need a nap or go to sleep or anything else again. um um the pit that we created, yeah, that's kind of what everything's in. That's where all the, like, you saw all the sticks and stuff, that's where it's at. So let's see here. I would love super quiet. No, I thought I would like super quiet too, but maybe it's just my time on trail. They said Arizona had quakes recently, maybe volcanoes. I haven't heard of any quakes. I know somewhere else in the world had quakes that was not normal. So, but no, I haven't heard of anything else like that. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out then, because I was wondering. It's like, yeah, because every time I turn it on, as soon as I turn it off though, like I like, yeah, I'm not tired, but I'm still wound up. Oh, okay, that's on the other side of the state from me, Tommy. Um, that's over by like Casa Verde and where all the, like, yeah, all the people end up, yeah. A lot of the van lifers live over there in that area. They'll probably be talking about it. Mm, okay. Yeah. Um. Okay. I didn't know that. Burma had a, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it was Burma. Okay. So I went looking I went looking for on YouTube to find information about what's going on. All I understand is that Iran, Iran is shooting missiles at Israel. Trump sent them a notice to fix their stuff within the next 2 months, or the United States is probably going to get involved. According to Johnny Bravo, like, because he knows a lot of people that are connected, is essentially we're making a decision that we can't come back from, and it's not going to end well for us. So there are a lot of people that are well to do that are kind of worried about this. So I don't know exactly what's going on. All I know is that it seems like we're being pushed into a war from a president that promised never to get us into another war. Um, Now if he's going to get us into a war with Israel, this is going to play into the whole apocalypse thing that everybody's worrying about. Um, Johnny Bravo is yeah, I know what you're talking about, because I thought the same thing at first. I'm like, is the name sounds familiar, huh? No, yeah, he's also a YouTube personality. Um, he talks about trading and he talks about money mainly. That's kind of why I follow him. Him and Economic Ninja, um, they both do that. It was bad, buildings falling. Mm. I'm not exactly happy about what's going on, since Iran and China, Russia all have their own version of NATO agreement. Yeah, well, that's the thing is, and Trump just all of a sudden started reversing his order to give the Ukrainians to arm up the Ukrainians. Is he preparing to be able to posture to the Russians to keep them out while still trying to get peace? I mean, you can be talented, but not that fucking talented. So it seems like a copyright violation. Just saying. I don't know. Do not know. You'll have to ask him about that. You'll have to ask him about that. So, within 3 or 4 weeks, I think they are moving military around. Yeah, well, we are stretched too thin, because we're having to carry the Eastern Front, we're having to carry the Middle East front, and now we're having problems at our own border. It seems just like World War II all over again. We had the Nazis on the Eastern Front. We had Japan on the Western Pacific front. We had to fight the Germans out of Africa and the Middle East, and then yeah. So, and then we also Mexico joined the Nazis. What people That's why I think that's why Mexico became a third world country to begin with, is because they sided with the Nazis during World War II. FAFO, okay. Seems like okay. FAFO, huh? I don't know what that means. Drones are a massive force multiplier. Yeah, if you use them in conjunction. Yeah, that they definitely would be, but they're also pretty damn lethal too. With because if Iran is where like some of the top-notch drones in the world are coming from, that's why I think that's really why we're going after them, is because we're trying to take out a competitor. And I think that that's really where the American interest lies, is that it's a direct competitor, and a very good competitor, because they mastered the hypersonic missile, and they've got drone technology. So now they've got two heavy pieces of technology that's making them a contender. It's bringing them to the level of almost a near peer with us, just because they have that technology. I mean, compared to everyone else in the world, we don't have that technology. Not as good around. Yeah. Oh, okay. Good to know. So, but I don't know. I think that uh, on one hand, because you got to realize, like, what was it? The whole caliphate started because they wanted to bring in the Arab or the Muslim version of uh, the Muslim version of the apocalypse. And that's what the whole thing about the 12th Imam was back in the early 2010s. Okay. Find out if I'm making a mistake in my humble and uneducated. Yeah, I think you're right there, Chris. I think that, but according to Billy Meyer, is that Iran will get wiped off the face of the earth. So they are going to get crushed. So I don't know if it's going to be by us or by someone else, but they have ambitions to become a world contender. And same thing with the French and the British. I mean, because of what Biden did to decouple. I mean, essentially in 2020 we stopped being the sole superpower in the world in 2020. And what does that mean for us as a nation? Well, then that means that all that chaos, all those people that now the void needs to be filled because you had a basically a single world order. Basically, the United States ran the whole entire world. And now we no longer run the whole entire world. And now you have all these different regional factions that are getting up to be able to take the place of what the United States had done. Now Trump is trying to undo what Biden had done in his foreign policy, and it's not going to work. You can't put the genie back in the bottle once you let it out. Once you gave them hope and an opportunity to be able to jockey for a better position, you better think they're going to do it. You might be surprised what tech we have. No, from what I understand, we've got about I bet you AI was already invented, and we've had ASI by the government. It's probably at Area 51. It's probably been there for at least 20 years, because it usually takes 20 to 50 years for something that they discover to make it out into the public sector. At least that's the way it used to be. We survive now on a war economy since basically World War One. No, no, our economy does not do better when we go to war because we're globalized. It actually hurts us more. That was supposed to be a deterrent from us to go to war, but instead, all it did was just put us in a different position. Mm. Okay. We serve now war economy since basically World War One. Okay. All right, guys. So I will. This is the end. So tomorrow morning, as I promised, I will be doing a walk and talk with Tuck. Oh, what's up, Modern Money Mechanics? Do you think AI robotics will become self-aware or sentient? Self-aware, yes. Sentient, no. They're pretty much almost there, anyways, Mitch. Night Tuck Sam, so how much later till that interview, dude? Well, I got an hour and a half, so I need some time to like unwind. Take a couple of tokes, smoke a few cigarettes, give Sam her attention because this dog wants way too much attention. I hope. Okay. So, anyways, tomorrow I'm gonna do the walk and talk because I have to go into town. I have to buy food. It's just what's gonna have to happen. Okay. So I got to go into town. I got to buy some food. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. Um, with that being said, tomorrow evening, if you are either a digital homesteader or sovereign operator over on Patreon, I would like to invite you to the live stream, the once a month members only live stream. We're going to sit back and we're just going to talk whatever we want to talk. It's uncensored. We can say whatever the hell we want, and there's no issues for it. As you see, Jeremy there posted the link to Patreon. So if you want to come over there and get signed up to be there for the live stream tomorrow, you also, as part of that benefit, you get early release, but that will start after the first of the month, once the $500 AI challenge is over. So thanks for being here, guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning when I do my walk and talk. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow evening on the members only chat. So, yes, you are, Bucknut. You are. There's only 3 people left in the $5 tier. I think a couple of people upgraded once they saw the benefits had changed. So, anyways, guys, I will see you. I'll see you guys tomorrow when